I started writing in the early 1990s. I'm not quite sure what year exactly, but certainly after I'd read things like Terry Pratchett and Douglas Adams, Flann O'Brien, James Joyce, people like that, I joined writing groups which were aimed at young people because I was a young person once. Hard to believe, I know. And I just kept sending poems mainly into publishers and was very lucky. In I think 1993, I had a poem published in a major magazine. And after that, I wrote some plays which were produced. I had more poetry published in America, Ireland, the UK, Australia. And then I went to university as a mature student, and the kind of writing tailed off until now, and I do write full time. I am a trained academic. I'm a classical historian and anthropologist. I was a teacher for many years, but writing is really what I want to do, and it's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Um, why do I like writing in this genre? Well, I'm a multi-genre writer. I write in fantasy, comedy, sci-fi, and I intend to write in others. Of course, I've just finished a book of murder mystery, so I want to write something in maybe every genre. I might avoid erotic romance. I don't think that'll be for me, but I enjoy all sorts of books. I have a very eclectic taste, so why not write in all the genres that you enjoy? I don't believe in over researching a book. I think that can kill the creativity of it. But I do research for the historical parts, and being a student of history anyway, I find that very easy. But for the more sci-fi and futuristic parts, I just make it up, to be honest, and I think that's more fun. My first published collection of poetry was published in print in 1996, back in the Stone Age. After that, I published several other collections of poetry, which include Urbania, Cityscapes, Dawn at Midnight, and most recently, A Human Veneer in 2016, which is my first full-length collection of poetry. There are four novels published, Warworld, Shadows and Dominions, and the three Botok books, and I've just finished, as I said before, Murder on the Alpha Centauri Express. So hopefully that will be published very soon. I read a lot online about the development of characters, and some people seem to be obsessed with it. I think you should allow your characters to develop as you write them. Certainly, you need some kind of a center on which to base them around, but don't sit there for hours and days and months on end writing out character sheets. Just let them develop naturally, and I think that's the best way. That way they behave naturally and they speak naturally, and that's the main thing. Very annoying when you're reading a book when a character is speaking formulaic. So avoid that if you can. It's difficult to pick a favorite author because it can depend on your mood and where you are in life. Certainly, the one that has gone through my entire life since I began reading is Douglas Adams, because it's the one that's given me the most pleasure. So I'm going to have to say it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The radio show, the TV show, even the most recent movie, but most of all the books. There's something great about being able to pick up your favorite book, open it, read it for the 50th, 60th, 70th time, and still laugh. And I think that's amazing, an amazing achievement, and one I would certainly hope and wish to emulate. A serious question. What inspired me to write the books? I don't want to get too serious in this interview, but I'm in my mid 40s now, and I've been writing for over 20 years with some success, but writing as an amateur. And in 2013, things weren't really going my way professionally, and I decided it's put up or shut up, so I'm going to do this. So I've dedicated my life since then to producing novels, poetry collections, other arts projects, and it's going reasonably well, I hope. Certainly the reviews are good, the readership is good, so that's one serious aspect of why I was inspired to do this. But on the other hand, I'm a huge Douglas Adams fan, the late great Douglas Adams, author of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And when I read that at 15 years of age, it just changed my entire perspective on life, because all I'd read before that were school books. And suddenly you read something as crazy and as fun as that, and I just said to myself, well, that's it. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to write stuff like this. And here I am.